When God turns silence into your strongest answer, there are moments in every believer's life when prayer seems to hit a wall. We cry out with tears, with fasting, with persistence, but the heavens remain quiet. It feels like God is nowhere to be found. The silence stretches longer than we expected, and the waiting feels unbearable. In one single storm, he lost his wealth, his children, and his health. But what if that silence is not punishment? What if that silence is not neglect? What if the silence itself is the very answer we need? What if in God's quietness, he is doing his deepest work in us? Look at Job. Yet for a long time, God said nothing. His friends accused him. His wife doubted him, and he sat in ashes begging God to speak. That silence was heavy. The silence was never empty. But when God finally spoke out of the whirlwind, Job realized the silence had already been forming something within him, an unshakable faith and a deeper knowledge of God's majesty. It was a sacred space for growth. Consider Hannah. Year after year she prayed for a child. Year after year the silence of God. In her anguish, she made a vow to God, promising that if he blessed her with a son, she would dedicate him to the Lord. And in that moment of deep surrender, the heavens began to shift. Time passed, and soon Hannah's heart would be filled with joy as God answered her prayer. With the birth of Samuel, her long-awaited prayer was answered, and the silence transformed into a powerful testimony. Hannah's heart overflowed with gratitude as she presented her son to the Lord, knowing his life was destined for greatness. Samuel grew up in the temple, learning to hear God's voice, becoming the prophet who would anoint kings. Through Hannah's waiting and God's silence, Samuel emerged as a pivotal figure in Israel's history, showcasing how divine timing shapes destinies. His life was a testament to the power of persistence in prayer and the incredible plans God has for those who wait on him. In the silence of longing, God was preparing something grander than Hannah could ever imagine. God's silence became the space where hope was birthed, leading to monumental change for an entire nation. Through eloquent speeches and heartfelt counsel, Samuel guided the people, reminding them of their covenant with the Lord. Samuel became not just a leader, but a courageous voice of truth, calling Saul to remain faithful to his divine calling. Even in moments of pain, Samuel remained devoted to God, reminding us that true leadership often comes with heartbreak. In the shadows of loss, God revealed a new hope through Samuel as he anointed David the future king of Israel. David's heart for God made him the perfect choice, setting the stage for a legacy of faith and leadership. With a slingshot in hand and faith in his heart, David stepped into the spotlight, ready to defeat the seemingly insurmountable. David's victory over Goliath not only secured his place as a hero, but also illustrated God's ability to work through the seemingly weak. The nation rejoiced as David emerged, not just as a champion, but as a symbol of hope and divine intervention. As David flourished, the seeds of discord were sown, leading to a complex relationship marked by both admiration and rivalry.